Moving on, though, we can talk about a game that is actually out. You can play it. Barrett has played quite a bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I like when you look at me, you're like, that guy's not a shooter guy. And I typically haven't been since the first Black Ops. And this is weirdly already, it just came out on Friday, and I've already put about 9 to 10 hours into this game for the first weekend of this game being out. That's crazy for me for a shooter. Mm-hmm. Like Fortnite was the first shooter that I got over 100 hours in since Black Ops 1. Like back in high school, one of my best friends like got me into, I think it was Modern Warfare, and then Black Ops came out, and we just went very like hard into that just because, I don't know, it was just like a weird high school like shooter, let's play this all the time kind of thing. And there was a lot of fun modes that Treyarch introduced in that first Black Ops. And so playing Black Ops 4, and I didn't really like know a lot about it before the game came out, and so it was a weird nostalgic thing where I didn't even go into blackout mode at first. I just went to the regular multiplayer, and I was playing Team Deathmatch, and they brought back like old Black Ops 1 and 2 maps, and I was like, oh my god, I remember like this map alone spending like 20 hours in like a bunch of different modes and whatnot. And it was like jungle and summit and all that stuff, so that was really fun. And so been having a lot of fun with that. There are like some people on the on my Twitter threads who like ever since what's the Ubisoft game where it's like the
they've had a few games.
4v4 where it's like
For Honor?
No, not
Rainbow
For Honor.
Six Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
Where like
Makes a
ever
lot
since
more sense than For Honor.
ever since that game came out, they're like
Rayman Legends.
yes.
Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Ever since that game came out, like Call of Duty kind of feels like arcadey, like whereas that game is like more like intent, and you have to like think about every like action that you're doing. And I kind of like that Call of Duty still has this arcadey feel, especially because they've gotten rid of a lot of like the crazy movement from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. So it feels a little more of like the older pace of Black Ops, and then still the arcadey stuff. And even though it is like a lot of like, all right, kill someone, die, respawn, kill someone, die, respawn, there was like a weird mentality in the middle of a game I had over the weekend where I was like, oh, I need to look at my mini map. Where are my teammates right now? They're blocking these areas. That means that like probably 2 people are behind me and like 3 other people are over here. And that weird mentality that I learned in Black Ops 1 like all came back, and I had like a crazy like 18-3 match.
I think you just like shooters.
I don't though. That's the weird thing. Like
I think you do.
Yeah, I think that just describes the shooter experience.
It's so weird.
Do you think it sounds like you're talking a lot about the nostalgia of the maps brought you back,
Yes.
and definitely hooked you. But like, what about Black Ops 4 specifically right now do you think kept you playing? Because I feel like the nostalgia would keep you playing for an hour or so. But obviously you played for 10 hours. Like, what made you want?
I think it's still the nostalgia that brought it back for me, and that's keeping me hooked for now. Like, I'm going in and out of Blackout because I wasn't a huge PUBG player. I think I played once before this, and I was really into Fortnite, and so this is definitely a completely different pace from Fortnite, what I'm used to in a Battle Royale game. So I've gotten like 4 or 5 matches where I get like second place. I haven't gotten a win yet, and it's frustrating me a lot. So I like go back into multiplayer and do Team Deathmatch or a couple of the other modes.
Wait, I have a very important question.
What's up?
Have you tried the emote trick on Blackout?
I've heard about it, but I refuse to do it.
Oh, come on. You don't want to see what it looks like? So you can like emote and it peeks you out around the corner and you don't get shot
Yeah,
out,
so basically when you emote, like the entire mode is in first person, but when you emote, it takes you into a third person view, so you get a like wider view so you can look around a tree and whatnot to see like if enemies are peeking out and stuff. And I've seen people talk about it on Twitter. I was like, no, I refuse to do it. I refuse to cheat like that.
We won't judge.
So it's been like a interesting like figuring out Blackout, and like I've mainly only been playing solo, and I really like it, but it's definitely like I'm still trying to figure it out of like this kind of forced first person, way more kind of hardcore shooter game in a battle royale. I want to try to like play more like squads like stuff, get a couple people in there and have a little more fun, because that's how I did with Fortnite. Like figuring out that was like my friend was over and she's like, oh, let's play Fortnite. And I was like, I've never played. And we got together and we got a group together and we played for hours, and I was like, oh, I think after a couple hours, like, I think I figured out this game where it's like just jumping into Blackout solo. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I played a ton of Fortnite on my paternity leave, which I was not expecting to do at all. I just connected with it and was, just put in like 100 or so hours. This really interests me because, first of all, if like you're watching the whole Battle Royale thing go down and you're not interested, be like me and just try it. It is incredibly tense. It is genuinely some of the like most just sort of terrifyingly tense, scary moments that you can have in a video game as the world gets smaller and there's just like you and three people left on a map. Blackout interests me because it's like it's taking away the perception you have all around you and just giving you tunnel vision of first person. And whereas in Fortnite, you can spin the camera around and be like, is anyone over there? Is anyone over there?
Exactly.
This is sort of a different scenario. So.
And this one kind of stresses me out a little more because Call of Duty and just the gameplay aspect of it in general, it is a lot of like, oh, if that person sees me first, like I'm done. And kind of the frustrating thing I have with Blackout is like, if someone sees me and I don't see them, like I'm screwed. There's no fighting chance. Whereas like the thing I kind of like with Fortnite more is if someone else sees me, I have the chance to build, and there are other skills that I can adapt even if they see me first to kind of have a fighting chance there. Whereas this, you're kind of just screwed. But yeah, but that's not to say I don't like Blackout. I really like Blackout. I really like the multiplayer. The one mode I have not gotten into yet is zombies, and that's because I like to play zombies specifically with friends, and I have not found a good friend group.
Because you don't. Yeah.
I don't have any friends.
Beat me to it.
And so like just because again, last time I played Black Ops or Call of Duty, like seriously, was in high school when I had my core friends, and those people moved on and don't play video games anymore, like real adults. So yeah,
Cowards.
I want to try to find a couple of good people to play zombies with before I jump into that.
Sucks you don't work with anyone that loves video games.
I know.
Yeah, not many people here play them. If you enjoyed that discussion about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and why Barrett Courtney is actually pretty much a fake gamer, you can head to beyond.ign.com for the full episode of Beyond every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, or youtube.com/IGN Beyond every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific for new episodes of the show. Thank you so much for watching.